So I don't.
I may have one that's even. I may have like a 1 or a 2 porter thingy if you need.
That's fine. It's already. I think it was like $8. It's like, okay, I might as well just have extra. I could plug a printer into it or whatever if I need to. If
Yeah,
you don't have it,
you know.
I don't
You
even
want
have
the
a
printer
printer.
I don't use? You
Who
want the
prints?
printer that my parents use more than I do?
Yeah, I'll take. I'm gonna take the printer. I'm stealing.
And
The
then when they have to print something, they'll have to come all the way to you.
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, just call that.
I have a question. What are the Predators wearing? Is that the Predators? No, that's Buffalo. What are they wearing? Are those their retro reverses?
I thought the retro reverses are like all blue. I don't know. I forget.
Oh, they got the Daniel Briere logo. I don't know. Anyway, Canucks won yesterday, so it doesn't matter. Daniel.
Hi, Danny.
Canucks,
What does the Canucks have to do with anything?
Canucks wore their retro reverses, so far they're in first place for best ones.
Got it. So far, they're in last place for playing hockey, though.
It doesn't matter. At the end of the year, it's about the jerseys, Vincent. You know this. They put you in the playoffs based on your jersey ranking, not your point.
Right,
how many
correct.
points.
Which is why we never made the playoffs.
Right. Am I the only one that didn't know Tuesday was election day? Like, I had no idea.
I did know.
Yeah. Wow. I give you a lot of credit because every other commercial is election.
This is what happens when you only watch streaming and movies.
I've been watching nothing but King of Queens streaming on Peacock, and every other ad is vote for that Zeldin dude. Okay, no.
Zelda? We're voting for Zelda?
Zeldin. Yeah, I think he's running for. I don't
Governor.
remember. What?
Governor. Come on.
Governor.
Guys.
Yeah, I'm not voting for him. They also been
Vin?
yelling at me to. They've been yelling at me to vote for him at the outside Penn Station for months now too.
Right.
Do they realize that if we live on Long Island, we don't vote for governor? Is it governor or mayor? One of them we don't vote for.
Mayor, we don't.
Doesn't matter.
So
Mayor,
going to Penn Station would not be a great idea. Correct.
Governor is very important for us.
Is a state thing.
Ah, okay. And who's that? What, Hogel? Is that who's running?
Hogel, yeah, it's Hogel versus
Zelda.
Zelda.
Yeah.
Call this guy Zelda. Does he have a little green hat?
He doesn't.
That'd be pretty cool. Have a green hat. I'm just saying. You want to get more votes, buddy? Green hat.
Jerk face. So I'm not voting for the jerk face, even if he gets a green hat and a sword.
Damn those jerk faces.
Yeah. The title of this episode is Damn Those Jerk Faces.
Go for it. It's your night to
39 of the S&D podcast show. Let's start off with a little somber moment. Our thoughts and prayers are with Tom Coughlin and his entire family on the passing of his lovely wife. She's been sick for a while, so it's more of a matter of when, not if. And unfortunately, the news came out today.
Was the coach, right?
No, it was like 2 years ago.
No, she got sick couple years ago, but it got really bad early in the year this year. There was some things that they talked about how he wouldn't be involved with it.
That's unfortunate.
And he took over as caretaker, and we know that story. So our prayers go out to the Coughlin family. Snacks tweeted a good video the other day. So
the team posted a good video.
We don't give Snacks credit on this podcast.
I was actually shocked that he had a
Snacks did something nice. Whoa.
Yes.
Did it hurt him to do it? Can we find out?
No, he has
pain him.
Yeah, the Grinch's heart grew 3 sizes that day.
Normally, yes, but he has a soft spot for a Coughlin.
Sure, of course.
He actually was very heartfelt today.
There's a YouTube watcher, so I'm wondering. Hello, YouTube watcher.
Yeah, it's not him. Show yourself, YouTube watcher.
Show yourself. Turn your camera on, YouTube watcher.
That
Anyway.
would be cool. They should do that. They should let them
we
pop
should
in
not
on
do
YouTube.
Absolutely not. That's against the law.
I want to see your face.
It's a really heartfelt
I want to
tribute.
see your
Sorry,
face.
Mrs. Coughlin. We apologize.
Yeah,
Back to our jerk face conversation.
I was trying to share our link. So.
Oh,
back to the jerk face conversation.
Oh, Danny was the YouTube watcher. Sorry, jerk face.
Oh, damn it.
Yeah, Danny. Way to go, Danny. Show your face.
Damn it. I think I was the Twitch watcher, so it's unfortunate.
Well, we still have a Twitch watcher, so we always have a Twitch watcher.
I closed it out, so maybe it's not me. Maybe
you watch Twitch. You're on Twitch.
I go on Twitch to share the link, but I also do watch people on Twitch.
I've watched people on Twitch. It's kind of boring.
You know what? Like 60% of my life is kind of boring, so it fits right now.
I did hear that, like, so I'll give Festa credit for this one. He said he watches some Packer games through Twitch. So it'll be like someone watching the Packer game where they don't have the rights to like show the game, but they'll have like we have the outline. They'll have the outline of the scoreboard. You'll hear stuff in the background. They'll give rapid reactions, kind of like when he's doing stuff around the house and it's not on TV. He said it's good to just kind of like have it in the background.
Yeah, they do have a couple guys that they're doing reactions basically.
Yeah, we have a ton of giant people that do.
Sure.
Yeah,
a lot of people do it. Watch party. It's basically what they're trying to do for their fans that aren't in the areas or whatever.
Right, but obviously you're right. It is a way to keep up with the game. If you can't watch it, they're basically telling you what happens.
Yeah, cassette. They keep score. Did you guys see? Apparently, the league that they pay millions of dollars to the Pat McAfee show. They shut them down.
Yeah,
they're not allowed to use team logos anymore.
Yeah, what happened?
I have no idea. It was hilarious. Find the clip. I would highly recommend finding the clip.
Yeah, I saw the clip. I just didn't understand
the league
why.
Sent Pat.
The league sent a letter to their team and said, "You're not allowed to use the league logos and things like that." So like
on the show,
yeah,
on the show, yeah. But they have all the right. They like pay millions of dollars to have rights with them.
Okay, well, none of them on the show are quiet or afraid to share their opinion. So I'm sure they said something wrong.
Yeah, Monday morning, Pat McAfee did
about old,
and he added Goodell and Troy Vincent.
Yeah, there you go, Snacksy.
I thought he was at dinner. All right, thanks.
I guess he's watching it.
There's the thing called a smartphone, Daniel, and I'm sure everybody at dinner would love to have the S&D podcast show playing.
Yeah, of course. Who doesn't want to hear us?
Yeah.
What are we eating
during dinner? Snacks. Vin called you stupid and the Grinch.
He had to chime in. I think he would agree with being the Grinch. I don't know about stupid.
All I know is he's sitting at home waiting for that next Garrett Cole start that he can't wait for next season. How many more years of that do we have?
I think that was...
Let's not talk about baseball. Baseball it's so depressing.
I think it was 10 years.
Like, we literally wasted 6 months of our lives just to watch the Phillies.
Hang on, we do that every year.
I know, but it's even worse this year.
Is there a year where we don't do that?
There is... No, Danny's right. It's different.
It's 100% different.
Because burgers for dinner. Like to hear it.
Is there anything special on the burgers, Snacks?
We said this, and it's like
9 years.
The Mets demolished.
9 years left, or in general?
In general.
So
he has 1 year and then a player option.
Oh, that's right. I forgot.
Oh no, he has 2 more years and then a player option.
At
34, he has a player option.
I don't know. Blood. If they...
This game's only in the top of the first.
I don't know.
Jesus Christ.
What does he make, Steven? You have it up. 36?
36 player option will give him 4 more years at 36 a year.
Okay, so...
Oh, he's taking that.
If he might opt out, because if he... the market has already gone up. If he continues to pitch while it hasn't been what it was, he is
That's
still
true.
pitched
You only
well.
need one dumb team to do something.
Right. Max is already
All you
already
need-
at 43.
And guess what?
Right?
That last
Jake's
year
only going to
before the
raise it
player
with
option,
whatever.
once that player option comes along, you win a Cy Young that year, boom, there you go. You're automatically another 10 million.
Yes, of
Right.
course. But
But
right now, I would think he would stay.
He might, but like I said, Max
Not
is
with
already at
Snacks
40.
running around outside the building with knives and stuff, and I hate Garrett Cole signs.
Max Scherzer is at 43. Right. He agrees. He probably opts out. Jake's probably going to go up to 45-ish this summer. I mean, this fall, winter. So who knows what the hell the market will be at that time.
Right. And Judge is going to make the market, basically.
Well, for position players, yeah. But, like, pitcher-wise, it's
going to be Jake.
It's going to be Jake, probably. And I know he's also on the old side, so the length is not going to be there. But the AAV is going to keep going up another 2 years. 36 will be cheap.
36 is going to be a ripoff for some of these guys. You also got to remember, Ohtani's a free agent next year.
Right? He's going to...
You got 1 year till Ohtani's a free agent,
too. I don't know how... You can't really use him as a comparable, though. It's really tough.
Yeah, he does everything.
Yeah, but he's going into this year at 30. So now where does he go from there?
50?
When he becomes a Met, and he's the bat we've always needed in that
a billion with Max. $1 billion a year. I'm with it.
I'm in on the Pittsburgh retro reverses. Those are nice. Those are clean.
Baseball player is $1 billion.
I don't.
You know what's funny? You guys remember, like, when we were growing up, like, we thought Alexi Yashin got a lot of money when he signed his contract with the Islanders, and we laughed at that kind of money.
We're getting relatively close, at least. I mean, if he keeps playing the way he was, Soto's going to be $500 million, at least not per year, but total.
Yeah, it would be
Everyone
like
fails in the Bronx.
Just imagine the first phone call on WFAN if Ohtani was signed $1 billion.
He will fail in New York. This is all based off the fact.
In fairness, he didn't say which New York, so it could be he's going to just fail in general.
He
does stink at Yankee. He can't pitch at Yankee Stadium.
Right, exactly. The Yankees beat the shit out of him when they face him. So, that's the only thing we have to go off of right now. And so,
but Ohtani is on the list of automatically getting a jersey of his the second he signs with the team.
If he's a Met,
they could trade for him this offseason. You're getting a jersey of him.
I would.
You're lying. You're lying.
I would start with a shirt. I'm not getting a jersey. I
still have a Lindor jersey until the contract is signed, and then you get the jersey.
I have a Lindor shirt. I would get an Ohtani shirt.
Fair enough. It is 99.
Yeah, but there's a difference. Lindor signed his contract basically becoming a Met. He didn't wait. It's not like it went into a year and then you were worrying if he was going to become a free agent. It was
the extension was the night before the season.
Right, but I think I bought it in the off season before he actually the season was
before the contract. Yeah, I got one too.
Yeah.
Basically, the next morning, Dick's had like all of them.
Whenever. He
was the first one that they released with the black shirt. Remember, Vin and I, we went to the game and that was the giveaway that night. That was the first.
Right. You could only get Mike Hampton.
That's right. The only black shirt you could get by the time we got to the stadium was Mike Hampton.
It was hilarious.
It's pretty funny.
They picked like the most random players. It was like Mike Hampton and Todd Zeile were the shirts that they had.
They were good players that year. Of course, we started the show with the Mets and Ohtani. I'm still annoyed the Phillies are in the World Series, but good for them. And we all knew this was possible. I was even saying it that I didn't want to face them in the playoffs. They got the pitching. Those bats, especially when they know what's coming, are lethal.
That was terrible. Holy shit. I read those pitches.
Why did they leave him in so much? Like, normally, World Series, you give him 4 runs, you're out. They just left him in to get absolutely demolished.
It was bad when I was able to read some of his pitches. Jeez.
Right. And it was... You knew it was bad, too. They figured it out in, like, the first inning. Like, by the second inning, they were like, all right, we got it. So
Harper was yelling at once he hit the home run. He's like, yo, if the leg goes all the way up, fastball. Leg doesn't go all the way up, anything else. Get ready. Like, it was pretty simple to read the pitches.
Yeah, I don't even know how that happens. It's a very strict. The whole tipping pitches thing, like mentally from the pitcher side, is strange to me. There's no way he's been doing that all season. Somebody else would have figured it out.
I found it interesting.
It's an awful brain fart at the worst time.
Yeah, that's weird.
I found it funny when they were like showing him yelling at who was on deck. Who was on the on deck? I forgot who was on.
Well, he was yelling at Bohm. It was like the start of
he
the
was yelling
next
at
inning.
Bohm because he was on deck. He was yelling at Bohm, and basically like everyone's like, "What is he yelling at his guy for? Why is he yelling at his on deck?" Because he's reading his pitches, and he was able to be like, "Hey, just look for this, and you'll hit it 500 feet."
Yeah, pretty much.
And I'm officially on the I hate Kyle Schwarber boat. Like, that guy needs to go away.
I just wanted him on the Mets.
Me too. I always liked him. I had him his rookie year in fantasy.
Like, he was.
Did he sign 1 year? Oh no, 4 years. They gave him 4 years.
Really? I thought so. You know what the problem is? In my head, he was available late, but it was because of the lockout.
Right.
Like, because both him and Castellanos were available late, but it was just everything was late.
And
they both signed right before camp.
No, they signed after.
Yeah, figured out how to make a nice defensive play.
Yeah, he's designed to catch the ball. I don't really think he figured out how to hit it again, but
good for them, I guess.
He's up there.
Another year the Mets don't want to.
I'm already sick of listening. Like, I literally walked into work this morning, saw my friend that I work with who's from Philadelphia, and I just gave him the finger. It's just like, go F yourself. Just F
it is I don't.
And like, they're gonna throw Verlander out there in Game 5, no matter what happens tonight. Like, it's over. If they win tonight, it's over.
I know. I don't hate the Phillies at the moment. My most hated team in the division very much goes in cycles.
Right.
And it's not them right now. Because
but
there
I don't
was
want
no
to
reason to hate
win.
them. But I don't want to see them win either, obviously. I'm not rooting for them. But, like, there isn't the hatred.
No, it's just...
Yeah.
It's whenever whoever out, because it always seems like it's the team on top of the division and us. It always feels like most years, right?
This year we're sandwiched.
It's like the entire 90s has been the Braves, right? And then out of nowhere it turned into the Phillies, and then the Nationals got good, and they were the pain in the asses, right? Now we're supposed to be the pain in the asses, and these other teams are supposed to deal with us,
right? It is very much
but now
in the 90s.
But of course, Atlanta, has their, finally upgraded their pitching thing that took shits and made pitchers out of nowhere on a yearly basis.
Their new thing now is brainwashing people to sign awful contracts.
Yes, so they don't have to do arbitration. Smart move.
I really need somebody who has more time and is smarter than me to do an actual financial breakdown on these things. Because while everybody it's widely kind of accepted almost that they're getting these steals, I don't know if they are, because obviously I think the one earlier that they signed this year was Austin Riley, and he's making like $20 million a year for the next 7 years. He's gonna outplay the shit out of that contract.
Oh yeah.
But Michael Harris
got 3 years left at $20 million a year.
Who?
Schwarber.
Okay. But Michael Harris, who's just signed a deal, who knows if he continues to play as well as he did,
Who was the other one you said?
Harris.
Michael Harris and Austin Riley. They were the last two they did, I think.
Oh, the Braves, yeah.
The Braves, yeah. Oh, no, Castellanos was the other Philly. I don't know. It probably makes sense for both sides, which is why it gets done. But it's still crazy.
It's every player, too.
Yeah,
it's what's crazy? It's like
if they have one hot week, all right, you got a new contract.
That's it.
No, that's what you can make. You can make $5 million a year in baseball and be Ruben Tejada.
Sure. No, but that's That's once you get to that point, but it's just getting the money early, and also the the real problem with all of the contracts is Albies. Because he literally makes like $8 million a year. He's almost paying the Atlanta Braves to have him play baseball. So, like, the rest of them are a little better. That one kind of stinks.
Also, by the way, Luis Gamora has got 3 more years of arbitration.
I feel like he's been playing forever.
This guy's been on the team for 30 years and is just
we have so much time to talk about.
Yeah, I literally want to kill myself.
Not right now, or
Albies, by the way, makes $7 million. Right,
I know he makes
Ozzy
no
Albies
money.
is making $7 million a year.
It makes no.
And they haven't even paid Fried, Minter.
No, I don't think they do it with the pitchers, to be honest. Oh no, they
haven't paid. They're all going into.
They paid Spencer Strider.
Right.
They gave him
but
a
even
contract.
he's making nothing.
Well,
they're paying their super younger guys nothing now to avoid arbitration.
Right.
But again, you only get good arbitration if you play good. He's a pitcher who throws 98. His arm could fall off at any minute.
I don't know. They're saying that
he already got
$1.5 million next year.
He already got hurt
at
the end of the season. And we still lost the division. Anyway,
we got one race about to hit 1.5 million.
Football.
Danny,
Vin's life is miserable, Daniel.
You lost to Geno Smith. My team stinks.
All right.
Don't you want to talk about something interesting?
Zach Wilson saw ghosts.
You lost to a team. You lost a game dedicated to Joe Judge. I hope you know that.
No, it's Ben
listen. In fairness to that game, that game, the Seahawks are finally doing what Carroll always wanted them to do: subpar offense with a good defense. Let the defense win you games because that's what they do. They shut you down on defense, and the offense puts up.
The most annoying thing is DK Metcalf and Tyler Lockett are unicorns. Metcalf wasn't supposed to play at all, though.
He stopped playing after the first drive. He played the first drive. He caught the touchdown, and he was never seen over.
He was a very good decoy.
He was the decoy.
He did
Tyler Lockett, I was like, oh, he's finally starting to suck. That worked out well for me.
The drop. But that was the problem. He dropped the touchdown, and they ran the same exact play.
Yeah,
and it was wide open again.
Mask.
Yeah, but even when he got hit in the face mask for years, that was an easy catch for him for all those years. I mean, him fumbling the ball, players fumble the ball. I was
that was just an awesome play by
Jackson.
What's his face? Jackson. Adore.
Who's easily right now, in my opinion, the defensive MVP. Him and Sexy Dexy.
Yes.
Him and Sexy Dexy are like head and head right now for defensive player of the year.
Two of them and Xavier McKinney.
Who got hurt his rookie year and hasn't missed a snap since, by the way.
Right.
He has played every snap since he came back from that injury. That's insane.
Right.
That's a lot of snaps.
Yeah.
Which means he's going to get to walk at the end of the year because they're afraid of his body falling apart.
Well, yeah, we have 2 more years left. No, 1 more year.
Just one more.
One more. He was 2020.
Right, that was the rookie year, and he was hurt.
Yeah, he got 1 more year.
1 more year. No option, right?
Because he was the early pick in the second.
Yep.
In fairness, so he could, ideally, if he wants to, hold out.
I mean, sure, anybody could hold out.
I mean, I would. 1.75 for what's probably going to be a Pro Bowl safety this year.
Yeah. We'll see what happens. It's going to be interesting.
2.6 for his. But listen, I said this on Twitter. If you told me, if I told you when the schedule came out, and if I told you when the schedule came out, Giants would have 6 wins by this time.
I would have thought you were on drugs, and I thought 6 was our regular win total for the whole entire season.
Okay,
so
then after camp, right?
Yeah.
After camp, you're even thinking the same thing. 6 for the year. I'll fucking love 6 for the year. I'll love 6 wins this year.
Right.
You have 6 going into the month of November.
I think I said if they win 7 games, you should be happy.
Right. I remember talking to Jordan Ron.
7 and 10.
I remember talking to Jordan Ron at the what's called I'm retarded tonight. the fan fest.
Sure.
When he stopped by the Talking Giants event,
There you
and
go.
I said, and I go, yeah, we're gonna suck this year anyway. We're maybe 5-6 wins tops, and he goes, yeah, maybe we'll see. He had to obviously be more coy about it because Jordan Raanan saying anything, people will take it for blood. So, but yeah, it was yeah, of course we'll take it. And honestly, I'm happy we didn't overpay on a wide receiver that wasn't going to be that great for a lot of pieces that we're missing. For
the biggest thing, right?
Run.
The Giants and Jets were both like, "Oh, we got to get this big guy. We got to get this big guy." No, this is your year. You just go with the flow. Okay, the Jets made
more
a move
so for
because
the Giants. The Jets need a.
The Jets made
winning.
a move for a running back because they only had one reliable one on the roster. When what's his name got hurt?
Yeah, Bryce Hall got hurt.
Right, and what did they give up? A sixth for Robinson?
I think it's a fifth, but whatever. I don't think the Jets need to start. If anything, the Giants are.
I'm sorry, they should have won on Sunday. I was watching majority of the game. Yeah, the Jets. They should have won on Sunday.
I agree.
I don't know if you know Wilson this, but McCorkle Jones is not good.
I still think the Jets are earlier in their process than the Giants are.
Right.
But Zach Wilson stinks.
The Jets are later in the process than the Giants. You said it wrong.
No, see, I think it's all backwards. I know what you're saying because the Giants have a new coach and a new GM. So they're technically earlier in their process. But the roster and the cap situation is later in the process.
Fair enough. Yeah. And the Giants thing is so like
I know it's back. I don't know what's going on. It's all flipped on its head. You know, they should be starting over, but they signed Kelly Galladay. Like it was all
so they really need to. We're top 3 in the cap space.
In cap space, right? It all goes so. You're right. They're almost gonna have to start over after this. So like this is just kind of whatever. I don't. It's weird. Yeah. But Zach Wilson stinks, and the Jets.
Yeah, that was very bad. Like if he like showed any pulse on Sunday, they should have won.
I don't know. I hate giving up on people after.
Oh, that's not giving it up.
2 seasons. No, people are giving up on him.
Oh, I know. That was the one good thing about him sucking on Sunday. Listening to the fan, no one even talked about the Giants. It was great.
No. Yeah.
But honestly, I thought the Giant game it sucked. Obviously, Richie James with the 2 fumbles. The defense just did he getting tired.
Realize he was in Seattle yet? Did he figure it out?
Yeah.
Not great.
But I think
we knew we didn't have a strong punt return. I mean, how often do you actually see a punt returner actually attempt a punt return more than once in a game anymore?
This is what I'm saying. These teams, I'm going to go off for 2 seconds because my team does this.
Your team.
These teams spend all
than any other team in the league now.
No, returning punts, which we don't do that much anymore.
Oh,
they try to get these young guys, the jet sweep guy, they're flashy, big play guy Robinson. out there to punt return. Just put your most reliable receiver out there and have him catch. Yeah, reliever. And just
put Edwin Diaz out there and have the trumpets play as he runs on the field.
Correct.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Just put Darius Slayton out there and say, catch the ball.
Okay, whatever. He's our only receiver at this point.
Right, he's your only one. I picked the name. But whatever. Fucking put Saquon out there and just say,
No. All we need is that one jacket.
No.
That one stupid eagle going out there to go tackle him when he releases for a fair catch.
All you have to do is
take a stupid penalty to knock him out for the next 20
I understand
years.
Catching the ball under that pressure is not an easy thing to do.
But no, it wasn't.
That's why I don't want you to worry about returning.
No, he didn't have a problem catching it.
I know he caught the ball. Stop moving.
The first one he bobbled, and I'm like, uh-oh, he doesn't have control of this.
Just call a fair catch every fucking time.
But back to the Giants. It's really obviously it was positive. I listened to everything Joe Shane said the last 2 days, and I agree with it. And it's just like, all right, why overspend? The second we saw Chase Claypool get a 2nd-round pick, forget it. Like,
what are we doing here?
Oh my God! Hearing that the Jets were going after Brendan Cooks, but didn't want to give up a first-round pick. No one's giving up a first-round pick for Brendan
He's
Cooks.
furious that
he was
traded
reported with us too, and then when we saw how much
Yeah,
money
but they
he was
wanted a
making next year-
first-round pick.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like,
No.
and the amount of money he's getting next year.
Texans. What kind of drugs is in Lovie Smith's beard that's going to the
So
GM?
the problem with Cooks is he's a 1,000-yard receiver, but he really isn't a 1,000-yard receiver. So the stats look great.
Someone
but
has
you're
to catch the ball in Houston.
He is.
He's good. He is good. But
he is
like,
a solid.
He's reliable.
The problem here. So here's the problem. He's a solid number 2 receiver on almost
Right.
any team.
Right.
But the stats are of a number 1 receiver because that's what he is right now. And 2, is he a free
He's
agent?
making $20 million next
Right.
year.
Is he a free agent?
Yeah,
Or
no.
is he has a contract?
He- one more year.
That's a problem. But also,
So-
he's not getting any younger.
He's only turning 30.
That's not terrible.
He's going to be 30 for next season.
So
He
they
actually has
wanted-
2 more years. on
they
his
wanted-
contract.
That's right.
First
My friend-
round pick, and he makes $20 million next year?
26
Yeah.
cap hit next year, 24 the year after, but he has an out after next year, which
Right.
turns into a 2-year, $8 million a year cap hit.
But they
My-
wanted a first. They're so
my
dumb.
buddies on the Just Giants podcast, they actually had before the deadline, we're like, all right, who's gonna be? And they're like, well, if Cooks was to be the guy, we would have to add an extra year to cut down next year's tag. So thankfully we didn't have to worry about it.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
So,
Right. So you do have to think of it that way.
Is there a
Anybody who's
cap
trading
floor
for
in the
him,
NFL? Do we have to give? We
Yes.
should have to give them Kenny Galladay on return just to make sure they hit the cap floor because
There-
there's no way
yeah.
I don't know if there probably is a floor.
It's gonna be crazy to say, but we need Kenny Galladay to show up and have a pulse.
And good luck with that.
Yeah.
But that was a good point about Cooks.
Also,
that anybody
speaking
who
of
trades
trades,
for him it's basically a 3-year deal because you have to do that cap flex.
Right.
Whoever was trading
Also,
for him.
shout out to best luck to Tony over in Kansas City. Good
Nah,
riddance.
fuck him. Like he couldn't make it on us. Like that's all you need to know about him.
It was an interesting move because they don't really need a wide receiver. Like, they're doing-
They've been like
They're
apparently
doing
they've actually
fine.
been, like,
Juju
super
and MVS
into
are
him.
doing fine.
Yeah, they love him for some
And
odd
Kelsey,
reason.
and they have Kelsey. Like, what's the difference?
The thing with him is they don't.
They're basically they're looking at him as the
Let's catch fire with this guy, and if he breaks out, he breaks
as
out.
the hey Tyreek Hill go deep guy.
Right.
But that's what MVS is.
But the thing with him is he's not really that guy. He's the shake a couple guys off, throw.
Well, he could also become now their jet sweep guy because Juju's not a jet sweep guy anymore. He was in Pittsburgh
Right.
for a little while, but that was about it.
Right.
But
Well,
I
Pittsburgh's
think
weird.
you know-
They're obsessed with bigger wide receivers with jet sweeps.
Yeah, but Juju's like a slot-ish guy.
right, but
and then
Tony
VS
could
is
be
your
that
deep
guy
guy.
now. Tony's now going to be that guy that hey, here's the ball.
They don't need a jet sweep guy. They have McCall Hardman. He's like the fastest guy
Yeah.
in the league.
Honestly,
Right,
good for
Yeah,
him.
go tell
But, like,
Tyreek Hill that.
the fact
Okay.
that
He's
he
up
couldn't, the fact he couldn't become a number 1 guy for the Giants with our awful
he
wide
was hurt.
receiver core. Yeah,
He was hurt.
well, he definitely was. It just shows how bad of a how
I was mentally
badly
hurt
he
watching
didn't
it.
want it. He's obviously didn't want it, and if
Also,
he
a
does-
lot of tweets about how the Giants should do a thing where they trade in their Tony jerseys for Bavaro jerseys, only if you're giving out the old school looking ones.
right.
Don't give me a 2020.
No,
You
that's
know,
not
Bavaro
want to
jersey.
you want to laugh? Wes got a Tony jersey during
That is-
like round, and he
No.
did the insurance, and the day he got traded was the last day for him to be able to do it.
I didn't know they did insurance on jerseys.
They do insurance on jerseys.
Yeah, like if a player
what's the
gets
insurance?
traded, like
Oh,
90
so what does he
days.
get in exchange?
Yeah, I think
Okay.
it's American Express or some other. I know.
Oh,
American
Oh, it's
Express
like a
is
credit card
Okay,
company.
credit card company. Okay, that makes a lot more sense.
with
Mm.
Fanatics or whatever.
That's actually pretty cool.
Okay.
I like that. So what did he
lucked
get?
out. He what did he get? He got I think he told me Dexter Lawrence.
Okay.
He's got another year, right?
Yes, we gave him the 5th-year option.
Oh, I didn't realize it. I couldn't think if this was the 5th year or next
No,
year.
next year is the 5th year. So he's guaranteed another year with them.
So he was 2020 draft too?
Yeah, he was the Odell Beckham draft pick.
Ah, that makes sense. Okay.
Is he? I think he's on his way back too.
Well, that's the rumor.
That's interesting.
Steve was onto someone then last
Listen,
week.
if you tell me that I'm never gonna have to watch David Still stand on the field again.
Oh my God, forget it.
That guy is so useless. And he literally has like the second most snaps on the team every week.
Like, and it's scary. We're starting to teeter like with Shane. Like he can't say anything, and it's close to tampering badly. But we're not tampering with anybody, so it's fine. But like,
Right, it's not tampering. He's free agent.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. But it's funny how like coy they have to play it still.
There was this probably was the dumb Twitter thing, but somebody was saying he's looking for a 3-year deal. I don't think that's true.
I don't know.
Listen, the key is going to be, does he want to go somewhere where he could just show he's healthy to get an off-season contract, or does he want to go somewhere to win? Because if he comes here, he's really just going to show that he's healthy because he's going to be on the field. And let's face it, he automatically jumps into the second best weapon on the offense.
I'm sorry. If we're going to have Odell Beckham, I want him to sign a contract with us. I don't want him to just use
sign the 1 year. Let him show us that he's healthy, and then we could worry about the longer term.
What's wrong? Yeah, I think
he's the guy you could franchise tag after the offseason.
If you're him, if I'm in the mindset of him,
I'm not coming to the Giants, but
I'm not coming to the Giants, but I am going to a place.
But he's that guy.
Buffalo.
But he's also that guy. He goes, well, I could be the number one guy still with the Giants, so I'm going to get the ball X amount of times, and I'm going to be Odell again. I see that logic.
Right, but no, I think.
But I get what you're saying.
It's that, but it's also I'm going somewhere where I am the number one guy, regardless. So
right.
Fuck the Bills, fuck the Rams. I got my ring technically.
Right.
So
it's an interesting team.
Get the ball, and then get some money in the offseason.
It would have been the Packers if they didn't suck so bad.
Yeah, it would have been.
What is an actual interesting team when it comes to him right now? In my opinion, is Baltimore. He has a relationship with Lamar.
That would be a big one too.
That division stinks. So there's still a chance.
You really only have Duvernay and a banged up Andrews right now.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So who is Lamar relying on? There's no who's the running back. Drake is hurt. Didn't Drake get hurt also? Dobson's back on the IR.
The division's weird though. No,
you don't know where Cincinnati's going.
Because Cincinnati's blah blah, and if the Browns can hold themselves together for another couple weeks, you never know what's going to happen there. It's
with Watson coming back.
Yeah, with Watson coming back.
They're playing well enough to make it seem like, okay, Watson's.
They're playing what they needed to do, which is basically 500.
Watson hasn't played in 2 years, right?
I'm saying it's not out of the question that he comes back and in 2 games is himself again. It's not going to be completely insane. I don't think it's going to happen, but it's not completely insane.
Right.
And then if he's himself, he's probably the best quarterback.
I can't wait for people. I can't wait for people to pick him up in fantasy in a couple weeks.
So right now that division is Ravens 5-3, Bengals 4-4, Browns 3-5, and the Steelers probably won't win another game. They have 6 wins. They have 6 losses.
Yeah, they
already. They're not winning. Sorry. Someone should tell Kenny Pickett to lose a glove and maybe he could play decently. I just like how the Colts still have a chance to come back in that division right now.
Jesus.
Well, yeah, that division is.
What a nightmare.
Even the Jaguars are only 3 games back.
Well,
Jaguars have lost 5 straight. Jeez. Well, the Titans have gotten hot. The Titans started 0-2 and they got 5 straight wins.
Derrick Henry woke up.
They started remembering Derrick Henry can run, so they handed him the ball again.
Well, he also just runs over the Texans every time he plays them. That's just part of it.
Does it count when you play the Texans then?
No, it really doesn't. But he still doesn't.
Well, part of me is being a Mets fan. I'm kind of worried for the next 2 weeks when the Giants play the Texans and Lions. We're gonna stumble in one of those games.
Oh my God, the Giants are a known franchise for stumbling out of the bye week, so this should be fun. Look at the Texans and you say, "Hey, congratulations, Levy, you're getting another win."
The good thing about it is they're gonna make the playoffs.
Are they though? Because now I'm even worried about the Commanders. Taylor Heineke is like the greatest
I'm not.
quarterback in the world.
That was against the Colts.
There are
This
three
guy, this
wild card
fucking
teams,
guy
and you're telling
bust
me
10 free month. 10. I spent $10 free on a. It was like the Bills to cover 6.5, the Colts to win, and there was another team to win. I forgot who the other team was. I think it was like the Niners to win, or maybe the Rams. I don't remember. One of those two teams that had an easy matchup. And the fucking Titans go up a touchdown with like 10 seconds left to Taylor Heineke. $10 would have won like 350. That was the spread on that.
it's unfortunate.
We're kind of talking trades. I didn't know you could trade suspended guys.
Yeah, I had no idea.
It's just so dumb.
And my question is, how much money did his friend put on him to win next year's comeback player of the year now?
No, it was him.
So he went to
Jacksonville.
Right.
Yeah, I mean that's unfortunate for him.
Is it though? Him and Christian Kirk, all that great wide receiver core. And Evan Ingram.
I think they broke.
Oh no, Evan Ingram. I think it was a 1-year deal.
I think they might have broken their quarterback. I don't know.
They always break their quarterback ever since Mark Burnell.
I think they might have. He needs to like pull a James Harden and get fat and get himself out of there. Yeah, he needs to. He's got like one more bad year left before he's just David Carr and he's a corpse. Because last year was a wash. So I guess you got to kind of look at this as year one, but it's just if that guy is not a serviceable, at least starting NFL quarterback, that'll be.
The Jaguars should never draft a quarterback again.
They should not be allowed to draft a quarterback. It's just they get auto drafted a defensive player.
Listen, Walker's playing well. It looks like the defensive player is working out.
Yes.
Into NFL draft. Let's see. Trayvon Walker. Let's see an update number on him.
I was watching. They were saying in the London game that like his pass rushing skills aren't there yet. But like,
he got a sack against us. 8 games, 29 tackles, 12 solos, 17 assisted, 2.5 sacks.
That's not terrible.
A pick, and a pass, and 2 passes.
This is also a team that doesn't have the ball thrown on them a lot, though. You know, he's very often getting run on. Well, not run on, but run against.
He had a sack against the Commanders. He had a sack against us and a half a sack against the Broncos last week.
Yeah. Speaking of the Commanders, it's about goddamn
the Redskins
time
to me.
that Dan Snyder has to. It's about damn time.
He did technically sell the team. He's only 49% owner right now.
Yeah, but that's still majority.
Yeah, he has whatever majority is.
His wife is the higher number.
Why don't I think
he gave his wife a blank check and said, "Here, give it back to me and tell me."
But the Wilpons were the same thing. They might not have had majority, but it was a bunch of minority stakes that added up to. I don't know if they ever got to that point, but they were getting there. I hope they find their Steve Cohen. I really actually do, because that guy's the biggest dickhead.
I don't want them to find their Steve Cohen. Let the Wilpons.
I'm sorry.
Go buy them.
I apologize for you guys. I want them to, because they deserve it. For how many years they've been dealing with this asshole. They deserve something good.
They deserve. You know who should buy them? Joe Gibbs.
I don't think Joe Gibbs has the money to do that.
Doesn't he own a NASCAR team?
That doesn't mean anything. What is Joe Gibbs?
Joe Gibbs racing.
Alive?
Yes.
I am aware he owns a team.
81.
But I'm saying, what is his net worth? He could not buy the team himself.
Let's see if they have this. Joe Gibbs.
This is actually what we're doing, guys. $60 million. He could be that if he wants to be in charge of a group that gives him money, sure, but he can't buy things. I'm just happy that Dan Snyder is no longer around for soon, at least.
It's going to be at least 2 to 3 years, probably.
Well, RCL
apparently he owns the strongest team in NASCAR.
I don't know how NASCAR teams work, to be completely honest. But I'd rather not learn, also, be frank.
Joe Gibbs Racing is worth $60 million. Oh, can you imagine he came in and like changed the whole team up again? Hey, we're going to be the Washington race cars. Change it all up again.
They're going to be like
black and white colors.
The jerseys are going to have all the sponsors on it, like the car. It's not a bad idea. Joe Gibbs.
And they think. Sorry, we're no longer going to be called the Washington. We're going to be called the Joe Gibbs Racing team now. Thank you.
Yeah. They should just go back to football team. That was fun.
They'll always be the Redskins to me.
No, they won't.
So Pinhead was at the Thanksgiving game, the Giants Washington Thanksgiving game, and it was like an anniversary year for them. And they gave out like commemorative type like towels. And he goes, I can't wait for like 15 years from now when I can put this on eBay and make a ton of money.
Yeah. People will be like, who were they? Who were they?
It's funny that we talked about that game last week.
Oh, yeah, we did talk about giant Thanksgiving things last week.
So you want to do picks and
Zeke,
get out of here?
Zeke did post the picture of the helmets. They kind of just look like the regular helmets, but in white.
Right.
I don't really see a difference in there.
We knew that. What? It's the throwback white helmet.
Oh, it's the all white one with like no outline around the star, just a blue star.
Right.
Yeah.
The old original cowboy helmet.
Yep.
Let's see.
Don't hate.
This article is called Ezekiel Elliott shares Thanksgiving Cowboys helmet and it's hideous.
It's the same helmet they wear it like every Thanksgiving.
It really is. It's kind of funny.
If it's the one I'm thinking of.
Basically, it is. Yeah.
Okay, it's a little different. The other one didn't have the stripes.
The other one had one stripe.
Or I don't think maybe only one stripe. And his helmet looks bad, I'll be completely honest. I don't know,
I like the robotic looking helmet.
No, it's not with this helmet though. Like with this style helmet, it looks better just without that stuff. Let me see. All right.
So yeah, that's their helmet. What's their?
See this? Where is it here?
Cowboy Thanksgiving.
This was the one in the middle here. What I was thinking of. Yeah, it only has one stripe, and it's more.
It's just plain white. It's more white with just a star in the middle. Yeah.
Right. They wear it all the time on Thanksgiving. Whatever.
Right. They always wear those with the white jersey with the blue outline.
Yeah.
Shoulder pads weird. And the star in it.
That's the way it is, but that's fine.
We're just wearing our regular blues, right? I think, or our regular whites.
Yeah, it's regular blue.
Picks wise,
we all game in Dallas. Got it.
Picks wise, we all had 90 points last week, so I don't know if we all picked the same things and we didn't realize it, but
no, I guess for the most part, I guess
we might have, but we'd have to go back and look.
Nobody ain't got no time for that. All right, 13.5 seems low.
I don't know. We were all high on Davis Mills for 30 seconds last year.
He had that one good quarter.
Yeah.
I'm taking Eagles. That's it.
Yeah. They're not stopping A.J. Brown.
Oof, yeah. Oof, Maron.
Do they have anybody on who like I know Levy's a defensive coach, but
Well, they
I
got Stingley. They drafted Stingley.
Not tell you one Texans defensive player.
I just told you one.
Who?
Stingley from LSU.
That's not a person.
He was a top.
That's the mascot, Daniel, from Georgia.
Good for
Tech.
him.
His name is Stingley.
he got drafted before Sauce.
Well, that was a mistake. I'll tell you that.
And that's why they're the Houston Texans.
Pretty much. Because I've only watched about probably 10 plays of Sauce, and I know he's better than that guy.
Right.
That's the guy who should go play punt returning.
Sauce?
Sauce. Throw him back
Yeah,
there.
why not?
Sauce, you're on the field. You're already there. Just go back 20 yards and wave your arm in the air.
See, again, this is a tricky game. This is a tricky game. This is.
You mean the first place Atlanta Falcons?
The Chargers. Yeah, the Chargers are such frauds that they'll lose this game.
I'm rolling.
No, the Chargers are such frauds that they're going to go in and put 40 points up and shut out the Falcons this week.
Right.
They're so due for a blowout game where they get the victory.
But they're gonna have a trouble time covering Mariota.
He lost to the Jaguars.
Right, my point. I'm going Falcons.
Falcons at home. They're running that division.
I think the obvious
thing we all predict
is that Mariota was picked higher than Justin Herbert, so I'm picking Mariota. Just a fact.
This is a tricky one. I'm gonna go
Justin
Bears.
Herbert.
I'm
I
going.
Believe it took all this time for Mariota to become that Oregon quarterback to finally.
Right. Well, like this is the same with Geno Smith.
But it's more. This is more like wait, shit. Who else was playing well this year? I don't know, like Dalton or Jameis. Like they were. Mitch is what I was thinking. Like they were always like serviceable-ish, but it's just like we got to the point where that wasn't good enough.
Right.
I'm very confused about what the Bears are doing when they're trading their best defensive players and then trading for a wide receiver.
I'm not confused. Smith wanted out since they
wanted out. Yeah.
Well, yeah, no, he wanted out, but the other guy was like crying at that point.
No, that was the one who was crying.
Oh, okay.
No, I thought the first
I got
guy
them
went to the
confused.
Eagles.
I'll be completely honest.
Yeah, Roquan Smith was the one crying when he found out about it in the press conference.
But he wanted to be traded.
No, he was crying that what's his face got traded.
They traded the other guy to Philly.
Right.
Got it.
Quinn.
And then because
Robert
they were
Quinn,
like, hey,
yeah.
you're a little, hey, we don't want crying during press conferences, so we're going to trade you to the Ravens. And then they traded for a receiver.
You wouldn't think you'd be crying about a team you're trying to get off of. But whatever.
It was the teammate, not the team, genius. And
he was
probably crying because it wasn't him that got traded.
Right. Right.
But no,
it's like, for the love of God, what more do I have to do?
It's the second round pick is too high of a price for it, but get it in the end if it helps the advancement of Justin Fields, who the world has fallen in love with over the past 3 weeks. Apparently, he's
because of that one game against the Patriots.
Apparently he's back now. So, or not back, but
back.
College him is back. Apparently, it's what I've been told. There was a TikTok.
I'm going Dolphins.
Robert Quinn was the other guy that was traded.
We said
right.
That. I'm taking
Quinn
the Dolphins.
There
was a TikTok, and it was these two guys, and the guy goes, "I'm going to pull up the teams in the NFC just so you can look at them because it's important." And then he goes, "Can Justin Fields be the best quarterback in the NFC next year?" I was like, "You have got to be effing kidding."
We've hit that point of asking that question.
That's I mean, I'm assuming they were Bears fans, but like Jalen Hurts is a person, and Dak is still a person. And to be completely honest, Kirk Cousins is still a person. It was just a very...
Can you say that again? We need to clip that. Someone get the timing on that. We need to clip.
Yeah,
say
Kirk Cousins is better than Justin Fields. You can write that one in stone for me.
So when Kirk Cousins loses in the first round of the playoffs this year. Oh no, he's not going to get to buy. The Eagles are undefeated.
But Fields will not be in the playoffs, which is the key.
I don't know. They just traded for a wide receiver, Vin, and traded their best defensive players. Right. So,
They traded the 39th overall pick for Chase Claypool. Great job, guys.
Because they couldn't draft somebody 39th overall. That would probably be better than Chase Claypool.
Honestly. Where will that
pick shout out for
third?
The Packers for not making sure Rodgers doesn't get any help.
Correct. You don't get any help, my friend. I need to draft your
Randall
replacement.
Cobb's going to come back, bro.
Again.
Don't worry.
I need to draft your replacement or Cobb's replacement again. So, no, you don't get any help. We're going to win 5 games. And you can
I'm
go
so
retire.
excited for Fat Jordy to come back next year. Because they're just like, hey, Jordy, we need another.
What's funny is that was a thing. Like, I'm not kidding. When Cobb came back, him and Bakhtiari and Rodgers got drunk and FaceTime Clay and Jordy to try to get them to come back. And it didn't happen because the other two were, I don't know, on their farm somewhere.
And fat.
Yeah, I mean, they knew they were done. But
I bet you anything, Fat Jordy could still run a 60-yard out route and catch the ball like he did every week. Because that's all he did. He ran one play every week. I was like, hey, as soon as you see the safety get to the black guy, go chase down Jordy.
It makes absolutely no sense because, Danny, I know we're boring you here. Devontae Adams is a better receiver than Jordy Nelson. It's just a fact.
Right.
But they stopped running the play that Jordy was wide open on down the field every time.
Yeah.
I don't know. They would run a play action, double move, and it didn't work with Devontae, apparently. Didn't make any sense to me. Anyway, continue. Danny,
I'm going Dolphins.
Yeah, you got to pick a thing. I'm taking the Dolphins, too.
Dolphins.
Because the Bears are not good. I don't care. You can't convince me.
I just like how they have an offense to spread around, and then they made some moves to improve their defense and offense, I think.
Well, they got who'd they get?
They made a trade.
They got Roquan Smith went to the Ravens. Who did they trade Chase Edmonds for, Danny?
That was Bradley Chubb.
Bradley Chubb, that was it.
Right. When they should have traded for the other Chubb.
Well,
that was another guy whose name.
Well, the other Chubb, no, it was Kareem Hunt.
No, Kareem Hunt got traded.
No, he didn't get traded.
He get traded?
No.
He didn't get
traded?
Didn't?
I thought he did.
No, he didn't.
Okay.
No, he never got moved.
People
were talking about Nick Chubb being traded too. And the Jets were like, "Oh, we need to go get Nick Chubb." Yeah, let's trade away the whole future for a running back.
Nick Chubb's pretty good.
He's good, but like, I can go draft the next upcoming Nick Chubb if I really want to.
Well, good luck with that.
What's
I'm really tempted to take the Panthers. I'll be completely honest.
Me too. But I'm going Bengals just because they're pissed off.
I don't know.
They can't beat anyone by 9 points right now.
You're right.
So I'm going Panthers.
I still don't know the quarterback's name, but he's playing damn well.
PJ Walker.
Walker.
PJ. He's making DJ Moore fantasy relevant again, so I appreciate that, sir.
Until he pulls his helmet off.
Well, he still had like 6 catches for 120 yards.
The points still count for Vince.
Yeah, the points still counted. I didn't care that he pulled his helmet off. If anything, it was a plus because he can get more catches. Although they threw a pick and then missed the field goal.
No, they didn't throw a pick. They got a pick and then
missed the field goal. And then missed the field goal. That's what I meant.
And missed the chip shot field goal twice. Yeah.
Well, the extra point was like 48 yards. I wouldn't call it chip shot.
So I found it interesting that there were refs that were like, "Hey, you don't make that call." Because he was off the field, is what some of the refs were saying.
He was out of the back.
Apparently, the back of the end zone is considered off the field.
Keep your helmet on.
Right.
Sorry.
Just keep
your helmet on for 2 more seconds.
Yeah. Or just run really fast to the left and then take your helmet
off. I'm going to say the Panthers cover. And I'm going to be completely wrong.
Oh, boy, what's the spread? 3.5.
I'm going Lions.
Yeah,
Lions
I'm tempted.
Packers can't cover me at this point. I'm going Lions.
While they played like poop on Sunday night, they decided to run the ball a little bit, which is what they need to do if they're going to win anything. They committed to something which is really
They'll win by 3. They'll win by 3 points.
Danny, if they win by 3 points, I'll be the happiest boy on earth.
The Lions are 1-6 though.
We can't beat anybody. We lost to the Commanders.
Oh, and Swift didn't practice today, so there was no.
He didn't
Swift
practice
He's
last
gonna.
week.
Yeah, he's.
He
Gonna
also-
play every
He's
week.
banged up. He's at the point where
He
he's just
isn't-
banged up, so they're just not.
He basically isn't playing. Like, let me see what we got here. Ankle and shoulder. Oof. But they're Jamal Williams is basically starting at this point.
You know your team is bad when McCorkle Jones has a 5.5 favorite on you.
Well, Texas and the Colts are not back, so sorry. How did he play?
Wait, have we checked that? Are we back yet? Is Texas back?
Or were they on a bye and he didn't play a game yet?
Still halfway. We're still halfway, Vin. Yeah, they were on a bye last week. They play this week at Kansas State.
So this is the kid's first start.
Who? No, the Colts weren't on a bye. They lost last week.
They lost
to
the
the
last
Titans.
second. No, they lost to Washington the last second.
Oh, you're right.
Oh, right. Yeah.
But how did he play,
play.
Danny?
He played all right. He woke up in the second half, and then Heineke woke up as well.
I like Heineke.
It's so bad. It's crazy how
spunk that kid.
It's crazy how much they don't want him to be successful in Washington, and he just goes out there and plays well and wins games.
17 for 23, 200 yards, 201 yards for Ellinger. No touchdowns, no picks. That's not terrible.
You take it.
Yeah.
They gave 6 carries for 29 yards and a big touchdown to win the game.
Look, he threw for 279 yards and a touchdown, and he can run the ball. I don't care.
Scary Terry showed a post last night. The
last 2 weeks he showed a pulse.
Right.
I'm still taking the Patriots, though.
Yeah, I'm taking the Pats, too.
Jesus, 13.5.
After that huge win? Loss? Oh, yeah, they lost to McCorkle. I forgot.
They did lose to McCorkle, but I think they're better than...
Yeah, 14 points at home. I'm going to take the points.
Yeah.
Patriots will win the Bills will win by 12.
Bills are
I'm taking the Bills.
Okay.
This game has one of those. The Bills are going to come out.
Oh, 100%.
The ball downfield, going all in. If there was a team to trade for running back, they were the team that should have traded for.
They did. They got Hines from.
They got Hines from the Colts.
That actually is a pretty good pickup for them. Nice guy out of the backfield. Good catch out of the backfield.
Right.
Doesn't really change the offense.
Doesn't their running back
Moss
who they have already do that? Like, doesn't that what Devin Singletary does?
No, not really. He's more of a downhill
I thought
guy.
Moss was the downhill guy. All right. Well then, my mistake.
He's both. I'll go Jets. I'll be an idiot and take the Jets. All right, I'm going revenge game for Kirk Cousins, and they're gonna beat the Washington.
Is it still a revenge game?
He's had to have played them.
He has, but
it's funny saying it.
Yeah, you're right. It is funny to say.
I am gonna go with
forever ago that he was
Taylor Heineke pulls off an upset.
Okay.
Like a full upset?
I wouldn't really call it an upset, but
this game sucks. My God. I'm going Jaguars because I have Trevor Lawrence in one league and I need him to be good.
Do you?
Here's a good question for you guys. What are we getting on local TV? I know it's a red zone day.
Packers.
There's no baseball on Sunday.
I know Fox has the standalone game with
if there's a 1 o'clock Fox
the Bills
game,
Jets at 1, and you get the Rams Bucks on channel 2 at 4.
No 1 o'clock standalone game.
No 1 o'clock on Fox. The Jets are the standalone game on.
Got
the 4 o'clock game on Fox is the Seattle Seahawks at the Arizona Cardinals.
Ooh.
So you get the Rams at the Bucks for the Cardinals and the Seahawks.
So it's a CBS doubleheader day for us.
What's the Sunday night game this week? Titans Chiefs. Okay.
Yeah.
Titans in the best. Andy Reid is 20-3 lifetime after a bye.
That's very good. I don't know. I had to look this up. Kirk Cousins has played one game against the Washington franchise. He was 23 for 26 for 285 yards, but didn't throw a touchdown. I don't even know how that's possible. They won, though. So
that means AP scored a couple touchdowns or Cook.
Or Cook, probably. Yeah, I don't know. It's very strange. I'm not going to go any deeper into finding when the game was. But...
All right, I'm going Jags.
Really? They look like
I'm
crap.
I'm completely over. I'm so excited.
The Raiders no-showed. The Raiders completely no-showed.
I am so excited for Josh McDaniels to go back to become the offense coordinator in New England next year.
They got embarrassed 24-0.
Puke. I'm taking the Raiders. I don't care.
Cardinals are 0-1 since Call of Duty's out. Give me those Seahawks.
100%. Oh, this is what a disaster. A couple octogenarians out here.
Yeah, CBS was thinking they were going to get the game of the year.
Maybe they will.
Maybe.
I hope.
Weren't the Bucks off last week?
No, they played Thursday night.
No, they lost to
the Ravens.
Ravens.
All right, I think he's got more time to digest right now. I think it's time. By the way, the Raiders are on my... If Stafford were to call it quits, even though he just signed an extension, because you never know when it comes to a quarterback, especially after a down year, they're on my short list of possibilities of looking at Daniel Jones at the offseason if the Giants don't resign him.
The Rams?
Mm-hmm. Just kind of like a bridge quarterback type of thing, kind of like a Mitch did.
Sounds like a horrible idea, to be completely honest.
He goes out there and wins the Super Bowl for them next year.
I think Stafford's arm is kind of dead now.
It's Giants or bust with Daniel Jones. Maybe Washington.
Who does he back up? Yeah, I don't know.
I'm going Texans. Oh, sorry, we didn't. Yeah, I'm going Titans.
Really?
Nope. 20-3 lifetime after the bye.
But it doesn't mean they still
but it's
can't
10
win.
And a half, yeah.
I'm going Titans. They're going to run the ball with Henry.
I don't know. I've seen this story before. They were up 24-0 and then got demolished.
Right.
Or was that the Texans? I don't remember which one.
It was both.
They did it a couple times, yeah.
That whole playoff run they did.
Yeah.
It was pretty crazy.
It was fun. The Chiefs are fun.
I think Henry mucks it up just a little bit in the regular season.
Yeah, muck it up.
Can you imagine being Troy and Joe and just being like going from the game of the week every week to the shit that's been on Monday night?
I would. If I were them,
Christ, give me the Ravens.
You say that, and you're probably right. They have to watch shittier football, but they also know their schedule, can plan their forever.
Yeah, they're getting paid enough that they don't care.
Right, but it's even like I know they always had to work Sunday, but it could have been 1 o'clock, could have been 4 o'clock. They don't know where. Now they can pretty much
and it could have been adjusted every week.
What?
Could have also been adjusted.
I know what I'm like. It's also that the announcers, they can move around depending on how things go during the season. They're not going to do them Monday Night Football. They know where they're going every week, and they got paid more money. But I'm taking the Ravens. That's again. The Ravens are better in my head than people think they are.
Yeah, I'm taking the Ravens.
I'm high on the Ravens, but I'm still taking them.
That team is just terrible.
It's not terrible. They're 5-3.
I'm talking about the other team.
Oh, the Andy Daltons.
The Andy Daltons, and talk about a guy who should have been traded for Alvin Kamara.
Oh, yeah.
Listen, I thought they were very smart by not trading for him. There were talks of the Eagles giving up the Saints pick back to them for Kamara.
Why would you do that?
That would have been stupid. What's the over-under on this game? Over-under is 48 points.
I think I put 49. I don't know. Just a wild guess.
I'm going to put 45.
All right, who are you guys playing this week?
Bye week.
Oh, right.
We're playing NFL Red
Yourself.
Zone.
Yep.
You get to play the Red Zone week.
Nice. Right, bye week.
Uh-huh.
We said that. So, enjoy your bye week.
Oh, we will.
Packers are playing.
We just went through it. They're playing the Lions.
Can't wait for Dan Campbell's jumping up and down on the sideline when they win.
I just need anything. I need something going into 2 weeks. They can't be going on a 4-game losing streak.
I'm so glad I didn't feed into the bullshit during Hard Knocks like everyone else did.
The Lions are back, baby.
I mean,
I would
they're
like to
not
see the
awful.
Lions versus Texas University to see who's actually back.
They're not awful, and he gets credit for that.
They're
they are
like
one
leading the
in
league
sync.
in points.
Yeah, that's what's insane. But they're the opposite in defense.
Right.
Right. If you look at their points against, they have the most in the league. So they are currently 173 points scored, tied with a bunch of teams. They're actually not one of the higher teams anymore.
Well, yeah, they got shut
Well,
out.
they were destroying the Dolphins, and the Dolphins were like, all right, enough.
Yeah. What was that? I was annoyed. I bet on the Dolphins too. I was annoyed about that.
Yeah,
Like,
me
what
too.
the fuck, Dan Campbell?
Yeah.
I figured it out.
That hurt.
Who did they
So
ended up covering though? Dolphins.
they're like middle of the pack for points scored. But they're also, here you go, net points. They are a minus 52.
Which is not, I don't think that bad.
Second to
overall.
worst in the league, behind the
Really?
Pittsburgh Steelers at a minus 77.
The Rams
Packers
are
are a minus 28.
The Rams are a minus 26. I was just looking at it before. This is what a disaster.
Rams are a minus 39.
Oh, 39. The NFC is an absolute dumpster fire. No,
It is.
By the way,
Yes.
the Giants are a plus 6.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's all it takes. An absolute
Jesus.
dumpster fire of a
The
conference.
Bills are a plus 105.
Yeah, because they just beat the shit out of people.
I gotta see. Do they have standings? What was the big year for the Rams? 2000?
Probably 99 was there, or 98. They won it in 99. And then 2001 they went with the and lost.
Okay. By the way, the Jaguars had the best winning percentage in 1999. The Rams were plus 284 that year.
Yeah. They were insane.
Just if you want to have comparison, the Jaguars, who were the best team in the league, the number one team in the league, they were a plus 179. Yeah. The Titans were plus 68.
What we're forgetting
Is that the Packers were
is-
only a plus 16 that year?
What did you say that Ram team was?
284.
The 16-0 Pats were plus 315.
Who was the team behind them?
It's hold on. It was sorted by division.
188, the Colts.
Yeah, the Colts were 188, and then the Packers were 144. That was they were pretty good that year.
And fun fact, that year the Rams were minus 175.
The Giants were a plus 22, but
but they were all plus in the postseason. That's all that matters.
So it's all that matters.
4 weeks in a row plus in the postseason.
I think the Packers were plus in the postseason too because they beat the shit out of the Seahawks and then only lost by 3, so they were technically plus.
Well, anything else, boys?
No, we relived 2007 again, so that was great.
And 2000, and
Yeah,
just love reliving the past. That's what it is.
that's what we did.
So what was it? The Patriots were 280, 380 something.
315. Yeah, and the Rams were like 280 something. I think 315's got to be the highest. That Patriot team said all the fucking.
None of us have the patience to go through every year of the league. And
No, I'm sure you could Google like just that stat, but I don't have the patience for it right now.
with that being said, episode 339 in the books. Enjoy your NFL Red Zone, Giant fans. Jet fans, breathe. You're not supposed to beat the Bills.
Just get to like 6 wins.
Just breathe.
It'll be fine.
Just breathe. It's okay. Watch the Jets come out and like destroy the Bills. Also, I'm sorry, but I was all in on the black helmets, but they got to be used in prime time. They got to find like a Thursday night game to wear those. All black at night would be so sick under the lights.
Yeah, it will be good. All right.
I'm just saying, just throwing it out there. That's it. We'll see you guys next week.